Hello, everybody. It's Genie the Wizard, and it's me once again on here for another little tarot reading that I wanted to give to you guys. Little message. I think I'm just gonna get right into it. It is Mercury retrograde, and we did finish out our eclipse season just now with the full moon in Virgo. So things are hopefully kind of calming down a little bit. If you have been going through something, I really am with you on that. We're all in this together, so I just hope you know that and can feel my lovely vibe and energy radiating from this video that hopefully keeps you strong and keeps you going. So yeah, let's see what good messages we have. And I do have a little bit of selenite here just to cleanse a little bit of that retrograde energy. Not that it's bad, it's just that it's really helping us to realign and re-envision our goals, and also just a bunch of the re's, whether it's, replanning, rethinking. I don't really get the vibe that, like, I feel like we know what we're doing. It's just like we just got to slow down a little bit, kind of absorb in all the action that we've been taking this year, sort of all the movement. It's been really it's been an energetic year, so that's all I can say. But basically, yeah, we're just taking some time to slow down a little bit, check in, see what messages we need, and let's go for it. I think I'll start with the Astro Dice. We got Mercury in Cancer in the 10th house. So yeah, definitely a lot of it's cool that Mercury came out because we're really thinking about our ideas, our ideals. I also heard because 10th house has to do with our future legacy, our goals, like really planning for the future. What do we want? Like, not getting instant gratification, more so like thinking about long term. How can we like set these things up? And it's funny because the 10th house is naturally ruled by Capricorn, which is the opposite of Cancer, because Cancer is the 4th house, which is the home and foundation, which shoots up eventually to the pinnacle, which is your legacy, your ultimate authority and reputation, and what you're known for doing in this life. So we're really, I think we have our minds on that, and it's funny because of that kind of opposing energy. Because it's Cancer energy, the flavor of it is like really emotionally. We want to get set where we're at. We know like where we're at. What do we want to nurture? Is kind of the vibe I'm getting. We're really rethinking and kind of like nitpicking like those little like details of like our plans, our goals. That's kind of what I'm getting here. If you kind of get my vibe, you could be thinking a lot about your future and about your family at the moment, rethinking a lot of maybe ideals or maybe what you see happening in the future. But it's more about like sort of like that. What do you want to nurture? What do you kind of vibe? I think like maybe in the next week, do you want to kind of like again nurture, foster? Provide more energy in to kind of build up, and then you'll kind of get, I think, these flashes of ideas the next week or so. You may be like, oh, maybe I should invest more of my energy into that. That's going to be more conducive to the overall goal that I see myself having, because I feel like you have a lot of big ideas, big plans about your future. Just don't let it get to you. Don't psych yourself out, like don't think too far ahead, to the point where I think now you kind of want to sit in that energy of like, how can you kind of want to plan out, you're excited, you want to envision it, you want to think about it. So just kind of let it ruminate in your head, but don't let it ruminate too long to where it's hurting you. I think just sort of feel it out rather than thinking it out too much is sort of the vibe I'm getting here. So I'm going to see the cards. Spirit, please be with me, and as we do this reading for the highest good of the collective, and see what we get for this energy, the best message that we need to know at this moment. Yeah, let's see what we get. Queen of Cups in reverse and Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're doing a lot of overthinking, babe. You really need to, and I feel you on this one, trust me. Like, I know I've said before I have OCD and stuff, but really another thing that I really have struggled with is straight up anxiety. Letting those thoughts, those ruminating thoughts, it's not a coincidence that I said ruminating earlier. I feel like you're really ruminating over all the like unpleasant emotions in your life, and it's not allowing you to really see for the future. So I feel like definitely the advice I'm picking up already is when your emotions start to signal red flags, sort of catch yourself and sort of be like, I use your wisdom, like kind of let your wisdom play in there. Look ahead, think long term, be like, okay, I know like I felt this feeling before, it sucks, but I know that it won't last forever. And I know that ultimately at the end of the day, I have options and this won't last forever. Like literally, like nothing is forever, everything's temporary. So if you're ever in a bad spot, just know, hey, like first and foremost, this isn't gonna last. This is an illusion. Nine of Swords is really like, it's giving like, it's nightmares. It's things that aren't real. It's anxieties that are unfounded fears. So letting right first of all recognizing that when you are in those moments of panic and those states where you get all those like fears and anxieties thrown at you, first of all recognize, hey, this is an illusion, this is all gonna fade away, I just need to ground myself. Maybe do that method. Maybe it's helpful for you to do like sensory methods of grounding, like what can you hear, what can you smell, what can you taste. Like if any moment, if you're having a panic attack, just think to yourself like, what can I hear right now? Is it birds? Is it my own heartbeat? Is it my breath? Okay, now what can I smell? Do I smell food? Do I smell nature? Do I smell myself? What do I hear? What do I taste? What can I feel around me? Can I feel my own skin, my hair, my clothes? What did the textures feel like? Like kind of just doing these sensory things to ground yourself in the moment. And then once you get back into the flow state, where you were before, like, oh, now it's all better, it's all right. That's kind of what I'm getting. You maybe have these like sort of moments, emotional moments, but I feel like you're gonna come out on the other side knowing a lot more about yourself and being a lot more stronger. um or maybe this could have been your recent past energy. Maybe you have been dealing with this, and maybe I feel like you're coming out on the other side and you're starting to realize, oh, like I'm a badass bitch, like I actually know what I'm doing. It's just looking rough and it feels rough, but actually at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing. So that's also what it's giving. Yeah, High Priestess, King of Pentacles reversed, Six of Cups upright, and King of Cups reversed. So I'm gonna put these two kings next to each other because they're reversed. So yeah, that's definitely like that 10th house energy about wanting to get your stuff in order, but you don't quite feel like you're on the right footing to do it yet. And that's with the pentacles and with the cups. So that's not only cups, your emotions, what you're feeling at the moment. And it's not a coincidence that we have the Queen of Cups here reversed as well. Your emotions, babe. Check in with really what's hitting your auric field. Like if it's some bullshit, if it's some people that's not worth your time, like really check in with that. And also the pentacles, that's also, I feel like it all starts with the emotions, because that emotion is really gonna create an illusion that's harder for you to see reality, and it's making it hard for you to like make right money, purchase spending decisions, or maybe even just investment of your simple time. Like I feel like worrying about things too much, the worst thing that anxiety can do, besides of course the ruminating thoughts in your head that are unfounded, is that it actually wastes your time. And that's crazy, because you're like, oh my god, you get all this anxiety about like, oh my god, I only have so much time. Well, it's like, yeah, the worst that could happen is that I feel like you feel like you have all this stress and it's causing you to waste more time by stressing about it when you could actually be doing something. And I feel like this. And again, like that's not to call you out or anything. That like I'm with you on that one. Like trust me, this is all speaking from experience, babe. I'm with you in the same boat. I've been there before. But basically, this is what's going on. This is the energy, and the way to get out of this is because you know what you're doing. The High Priestess, you actually have this inner knowing of what it is you have to do. It's just whenever you get these visions or these strong feelings, which you are completely valid, by the way. Queen of Cups, she ain't no fucking cookie. She ain't no fucking she ain't no p word. She ain't no little bitch. Okay, really, she ain't. She's been through a lot, so she has that emotional intelligence to be able to withstand it. You're just simply learning more about yourself. And this High Priestess, if you just sit within your own energy, center, like I said, ground, remain with yourself, you will begin to see the things that are hard to see, but you'll know them. You'll know them on the inside, and that's going to lead you. Six of Cups really given here. And that's funny because I actually just did a reading on myself before I came on here. Personal reading to check up on myself with the full moon eclipse energy, and I actually did get the Six of Cups. Well, it wasn't like an actual card, but I saw it like in the deck as I was shuffling, and it really stuck out to me, this sort of feeling like you gotta, the sort of one of the best ways I know how to be and get back in that flow state when you feel like you're lost, when you feel like you're ungrounded, is to feel like and look at life like a kid and feel as if you were a kid again, but you can still do that knowing that you're an adult. Like for example, I know when I was a kid, I would get the simplest joys out of just going on a ride to the grocery store and like looking at all the cars out my window and listening to music on the way. You're listening to music on the way, you get to look out on the streets like your parents are driving, and you get to look out the window at the clouds and the birds and all the other cars. And then when you're walking in the grocery store, you get to look at all the products. Like just that simple but it's something that you like remember when you were a kid. What made you just get that simple just thrill that felt good? Was it maybe going over to your friend's house or your neighbor's house or playing with some friends, or was this a certain toy or video game that you played? What feeling did you get when you played? And that's not to say like, oh, I need to go back and buy this game and play this game again. And maybe you should. Maybe you should read some old books or magazines or TV shows or music that maybe you listened to as a kid that you hadn't listened to in a long time. And maybe that's gonna get you back in that state. I feel like you'll know best what it is, but it's gonna call out to you. You're like, hey, I haven't played this game in a minute, or listened to this since I was really little, or maybe not when you were a little kid, but maybe when you were a teenager, or maybe if you're older, maybe when you're a younger adult, maybe you used to do this certain habit that used to give you a simple thrill. Really simple. Like you gotta feel it out rather than think it out. You really gotta feel it out rather than think it out. Because we're in Mercury retrograde in Pisces, baby. Nothing is clear at the moment. It really is very amorphous and really wibbly wobbly. And it's meant to be that way. But it's helping us all learn this emotional, unseen intelligence that the universe is helping us learn. And at the end of the day, it's going to help us become better people and help us become more aligned for what we want to reach in life. So that's basically the overall message. And I kind of feel like I don't want to pull any more cards. I kind of feel like that's where it is. I could look at the back of the deck. Yeah, Five of Cups reversed. You're learning how to let go of that emotions that really are clinging onto you, that like, hey, I can move past this. It's getting easier for you to move past this. I can sense. You can really are starting to really feel with yourself when things are starting to be a waste of time, when things can turn into these anxious episodes, and you're starting to get a hold on that. And I'm really proud of you. I gotta say, like, this is self-recognition right here, and you're really overcoming a lot. It's just rough at the moment. And you are wanting to create something. First of all, you are valid in every emotion that you feel, in every battle that you are against. I don't care who says what against you, if it's your own family, if it's your best friend, if they don't get your perspective. As long as you know why you're doing what you're doing, and you know that you're not hurting anyone else, you're doing what's best for you, for your own emotional inner well-being and peace, then do that. As long as you know that you can do that, and that's going to help you better be able to get things done. If being in your own sacred space and peace, whatever that looks like for you, being in that inner knowing and bringing that out in your reality, whether it is maybe pulling out some old video games or watching some old YouTube videos. That's something I was thinking. I was kind of bored lately, and I was like, what can I do? Maybe I remember in the 2010s, when I was like a preteen teenager, I would watch a lot of I would spend most of my time on YouTube if I wasn't at school, and I would watch either vlogs or gaming videos or prank calls or pranks, like actual like practical jokes, like in public, like stupid stuff like that. And I've kind of been shying away from that. Social media, kind of taking a break. It's like, man, maybe like there's a way. I think you're maybe afraid to go back into that, because that's something I've been thinking about. I've been taking kind of a break from social media, but I'm like, how can I reconnect with the world? How can I still know the news that's going on, but without all that extra junk that people are projecting onto me? How can I still feel connected, still feel like there's some sort of joy and whimsy that I can still connect with everybody and still feel like, yeah, yeah, I know what I'm doing, but without all that junk. And I feel like you're learning how to do that, how to bring your own emotional well-being and happiness, creating, okay, there it is, you're learning what decisions you need to make to create and foster your own emotional well-being, but you're really solidifying that. So that's the Mercury Cancer energy. The 10th house energy means that you're actually like setting it in stone. The universe is helping you in this time in your life to go through sort of these rough things, but helping you learn yourself emotionally so you can become stronger. And in the end, this is going to help you foster that life that you want. in the end. It's going to help you take better control of your finances. It's going to help you waste a lot less of your time. It's going to help you know who people to mess with and not to. And at the end of the day, you're going to be a winner. I hear, honestly. It's just, it all starts with feeling it from the inside and not overthinking it too much. And that's what it's going to be like until Mercury retrograde ends around like the 20th or 21st, I think. The 20th is when it ends. I think. I don't know. You got to look that up, but yeah. So, today is actually the 5th when I'm filming this. So, yeah, about another good 2 weeks of it, but it's how it's meant to be. Astrology is really beautiful, and all astrology is just a series of patterns that go again and again and again. The planets are just cycles. It's math. Astrology is just math, and it's beautiful and it's spiritual and it's yeah. But yeah, I think you're doing really great, and I'm really proud of you for really attempting to get your stuff in order because this shows someone who is really yeah in it to win it. And you're actually really, believe it or not, you're actually self smart. How do I put that? Like you're self intelligent, you're self wise. So you know a lot about yourself. You know a lot about your journey, and you're working really hard to get back on the right track. And I think you're doing a good job. So I hope this message helped, and I hope you keep going and stay positive, stay bright, and keep being you because the world needs you. The world needs you to be who you want to be. So I love you. Keep being yourself, and I hope to see you next time on video number 5 or 6 or something like that. I think this is video number 5 actually. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye guys.